Picture this: a road that stretches from the icy tip of Alaska to the rugged edge of Argentina, the Pan American Highway, the longest drivable route in the world. But there's a catch: a 100-mile stretch of untamed wilderness that stops it dead in its tracks. This is the Darien Gap, a place where dreams of crossing continents collide with nature's wrath and human peril. Why is this sliver of land between Panama and Colombia considered one of the most dangerous places on Earth? In this video, we'll unravel the secrets of this treacherous jungle, explore its deadly terrain, and meet the people who risk everything to cross it. Buckle up for a story of survival, danger, and the raw power of nature. The Darien Gap isn't just a gap in the road. It's a rift in the world's geography, a 160-kilometer stretch of dense tropical rainforest, swamps, and jagged mountains that straddle the border of Panama and Colombia. Imagine a place where the air is so thick with humidity, you can feel it clinging to your skin, where rain falls relentlessly, turning paths into rivers of mud. The terrain is a labyrinth of tangled vines, towering trees, and hidden sinkholes. Jaguars prowl silently, venomous snakes slither underfoot, and rivers teem with piranhas. Building a road here isn't just difficult. It's a battle against nature itself. In the 20th century, engineers tried to extend the Pan American Highway through this region, but the costs were astronomical and the environment fought back. The jungle swallowed their efforts, leaving the gap as a defiant barrier. But the Darien Gap's dangers go far beyond its wild landscape. This is a place where law and order vanish. The dense jungle and lack of government presence make it a haven for some of the world's most dangerous criminals. Drug traffickers use its uncharted paths to smuggle cocaine, moving billions of dollars worth of drugs under canopy. Armed gangs, remnants of Colombia's decades-long conflicts, roam freely, setting up camps deep in the jungle. These groups don't just pass through. They prey on those who dare to enter. Kidnappings, robberies, and worse are common. In 2023 alone, reports estimated over 500,000 migrants attempted to cross the gap, many falling victim to these predators. The jungle doesn't just test your survival skills. It tests your luck against those who thrive in chaos. For many, the Darien Gap is more than a dangerous obstacle. It's a desperate gamble for a better life. Migrants from Haiti, Venezuela, and even as far as Africa and Asia brave this route, hoping to reach the United States. They carry little more than the clothes on their backs and a flicker of hope. Families with children, pregnant women, and elderly travelers face unimaginable hardships. The journey can take days or weeks, with no clear path or safe haven. Rivers swell without warning, sweeping away the unprepared. Malaria and dengue fever lurk in mosquito bites, and clean water is a rare luxury. One migrant, a young mother named Maria, shared her story with journalists in 2024. "I carried my daughter through the mud for 3 days. We had no food, and I thought we'd die, but turning back wasn't an option." Her story is one of thousands, each a testament to human resilience and desperation. The Gap's history is as wild as its terrain. Long before it became a migrant route, it was home to indigenous groups like the Kuna and Embark, who've lived in harmony with the jungle for centuries. Their knowledge of the land is unparalleled, but even they tread carefully. In the 1970s, adventurers tried to conquer the Gap, with expeditions like the Trans-Darien Expedition attempting to cross by jeep. Most failed, bogged down by mud, or stopped by impassable rivers. One explorer, Robert Hyman, described it as like trying to drive through a wall of green. The jungle's resistance isn't just physical, it's psychological, wearing down even the most determined. Today, satellite imagery reveals just how untouched this region remains. A rare pocket of wilderness in a world mapped to every inch. Why hasn't the Darien Gap been tamed? Beyond the environmental challenges, politics play a role. Panama and Colombia have long debated who should bear the cost of policing or developing the region. Environmentalists argue that preserving the Gap's ecosystem, one of the most biodiverse on the planet, is worth more than any road. Rare species like the harpy eagle and the elusive bush dog call this place home. Meanwhile, governments fear that building a road would only make it easier for traffickers to move drugs and weapons. The result? A stalemate that leaves the Gap as a no man's land, where only the brave or desperate venture. The human cost of a Darien Gap is staggering. In 2024, humanitarian groups reported that thousands of migrants went missing in the jungle, their fates unknown. Those who survive often emerge traumatized, their bodies and spirits broken. Aid organizations like Doctors Without Borders have set up camps on the edges of the Gap, offering medical care to those who make it out. But the numbers keep growing. The United Nations estimated that migration to the Gap surged by 30% from 2022 to 2024, driven by economic collapse and violence in countries like Venezuela. Each person who crosses carries a story of loss, of hope, of survival against the odds. Yet, for every success, there are countless others who never emerge from the jungle's grasp. So, what does the future hold for the Darien Gap? Some propose drones and satellite monitoring to curb criminal activity, while others call for international aid to support migrants before they reach this deadly bottleneck. But the jungle itself seems indifferent to these plans, a reminder that some places on Earth still resist human control. The Darien Gap isn't just a place. It's a story of nature's power, human ambition, and the thin line between hope and despair. As long as it remains untamed, it will continue to be both a barrier and a beacon for those willing to risk everything. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the heart of the Darien Gap. If you found this story gripping, hit that like button and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe for more tales from the wildest corners of our planet. And let us know in the comments, would you ever dare to cross the Darien Gap? Stay curious, and we'll see you in the next adventure